How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Thursday, May the 8th, 2025. It's your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there for continuing to show support to my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family been under the weather and dropped no videos in a few days, so I figured I would jump on real fast and see what I could find on these YouTube streets that we could talk about. And family, I came across something very interesting. Content creator Nino Brown dropped a video talking about how Kevin Gates divorced his wife to marry Brittany Renner. Now, let me first say this. Man, I love my man Gates. I love his music. Man, you know what I'm saying? Very creative, very talented young brother. But, he do some things and he says some things that I don't necessarily align with, but I know how to distinguish and differentiate the artist from the music. And what I mean by that is this: when the artist is laying down the tracks and performing, man, I'm vibing with them. But the artist as the person who, when they're not, performing their talent or not in the recording studio, and they out in the streets and they just coming on these YouTube streets or what have you and doing and saying crazy things. Well, that part of it I don't necessarily agree with. Now, a lot of stuff um um Kevin says I definitely agree with. A lot of stuff he says I agree with and I align with, especially as it pertains to the his Muslim faith. So I definitely align with some of the stuff he says. But there are those things that I don't align with, and I don't understand why, you know, I don't I'm trying to conceptualize why we're here right now because from everything I know about his wife, that I know as just a regular person, is that they've been knowing each other since they were children. I mean, 20 years. They were knowing each other, married, have 2 children, and you don't really hear anything bad about his wife, Drika. You don't hear anything negative about her. You don't hear nobody saying, "Oh, I smashed K Gates' wife," or I did this, did that." From all angles and purposes, she appears to be a very upstanding, decent sister. So we gonna go ahead and let my man Nino Brown just drop these drop the T and I will chime in along the way.
Let me tell you something. The men of this generation are leaving good women to be with a HO. Neo left his wife and his kids to be with 4 HOs, and people call him diabolical. Well, now Kevin Gates have left his wife Drika Gates and his kids to be with a well-known HO named Brittany Renner. Now, anybody in the world know Kevin Gates ain't easy to put up with. That ninja crazy as a gay goddamn bed bug, but Drika was patiently putting up with that shit for years. Oh, Kevin, it's okay, Kevin. Take your mask, Kevin. Go to bed, Kevin. Even when the story came out about
So, from what we're hearing is that, Drika has been pretty to me, she's been a pretty decent wife. She's been a great wife she's been putting up with a lot of stuff from what from my understanding. So I just don't see how she deserved, the treatment that Kevin is giving to her. I mean, especially if you divorce her and then you marry old girl Brittany, and I don't really know Brittany personally, you know what I'm saying? None of us do, but we know what we see on these internet streets and the things that we see of her, we can form the conclusion, man, you know what? I don't know, how well of a wife that she'll make. I don't know how great of a wife she'll be because, she's saying, I listen, y'all done seen this sister. Y'all done see how she behave. And it's one thing to, just done had your walls penetrated by a variety of folks. But man, to be unladylike with it, man, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a hoe, okay, that's fine. But man, at least have some couth about yourself. At least be ladylike. But I just don't understand what is going on with Kevin Gates. I mean, I don't know, you know, saying, Kevin take his meds. I mean, I don't know. Is he dealing with some type of mental health issue? I mean, what meds is she referring to? So I don't know. But I do know this, man. Listen, okay, you want to go and do your thing with Brittany, because I ain't gonna sit up and cap, man. Brittany, you know what I'm saying? She ain't ugly. And she got a nice little body on her. I ain't gonna cap with it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Whether it's store bought or whether she did it herself, you know what I'm saying? I don't know whether she in the gym and training. I don't know. But she got a nice little figure. So yeah, if you just want to have something to play with, but man, giving her your last name, I don't know about that one.
Kevin Gates sleeping with a chick with a mushroom tip. Drinker Slow Air was still standing by his side. She was like, "That's just Kevin. That's my hubby." Pause. Well, one day, Kevin just woke up and went crazy. He left her and her kids in that goddamn house. And when she went online, she was shocked to find out that he moved on with Brittany Renner. Now, let me tell you about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner has
Family, my thing is damn. I, I mean, we all can see that him and Brittany been kind of like kicking it for a couple months and stuff, or what have you, just from what what we see on social media and the internet. But damn, man, how long had the divorce been pending? Was it a contested divorce? Was it uncontested? Did Dria try to fight? I mean, is there alimony? Is there child support? It just seems like it's a lot of moving parts that's missing. And I don't know, family. I don't know. We can only go by what's being reported, but damn, this happened kind of quick, didn't it?
a well-publicized past all over the goddamn internet. She say she done busted open for over 35 different men. She also collects over $200,000 a month from her basketball head ass, child support paying ass baby daddy, PJ Washington of the Dallas Mavericks. She has went on a rampage online, publicizing her old HOAs without any shame in her game. She'll tell you what she on. She done slept with over 35 men. Kevin Gates make 36. The $1 million question is, why would Kevin Gates leave a spirit of roof to be with a Jezebel and then turn around?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Nino on that one, man. That I can't. I'm not understanding this one. I can see if you want to go out there and just recreational use only with our old Brittany, but damn, you gonna go so far as to get a divorce and give her your last name? And I don't know, man. That if this is true, man, I don't know, man. That's some. I don't know, Kevin. You might have made a bad decision on this one.
Around and get online and bash Queen Savannah James that's married to a King LeBron James. Now recently, Brittany Renner revealed that her and Kevin Gates are engaged to be married soon. But at the Basketball Wives premiere, Kevin looked like he was over that relationship. He was looking lost. He looking all over the place, everywhere but Brittany Renner. They look like two goddamn patients that fell in love when they met at the goddamn Walgreens while picking up their goddamn medication. Especially at that goddamn Laker game where she was fully covered in that goddamn turpin, but Mr. Goddamn Gay wanna goddamn go to the goddamn game, sit courtside. just to goddamn show his chest out so LeBron could see his goddamn chest hairs.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Okay, so if Brittany is, because from what I understand, she's converted to Islam, so okay, that's appropriate, for the her attire. But now I thought old Kevin was a Muslim too. And I know that, I'm not saying that he can't, still dress nice because of his religion, but I don't know if and this is just what I've seen in my travels to the Middle East and you know, having direct contact with Muslims, Muslim, we talking about real Muslims that were born in the faith, raised in it, families in it. They just the way that they carried themselves was something that was undescribable. But I can tell you right now, I've heard a lot of people in the West proclaim to be Muslims, and when I look at them in comparisons to what I saw for a long time over in the Middle East, I don't know. It just to me, it doesn't it just looks different from my perspective.
It seems like Mr. Gay is going through a midlife crisis and he trying to find himself. Cause Dria was not only beautiful, she was reserved. She was definitely a wife with no prior HO history. It was no mystery with Dria. But he left her to be with a street walking basketball wife that's out here in these goddamn streets looking for her next child support alimony check out of a rich rapper. It's sad to see good women losing to these goddamn Jezebels because men just don't know the value of a good woman until they across the courtroom being sued by a streetwalker because they want some child support. That's when they want to learn, or when they being persecuted for false allegations over failed situationships. Do y'all think Brittany Renner and Kevin Gay will stay together? Or is this just a promotion for his upcoming album or for her basketball wives show that she got going on? What y'all think Dria doing right now? Do y'all think she done moved on with a Michael B. Jordan or a Damson Idris or something like that? Y'all comment below and let me know what's going on. Cause she sure was patient with Kevin goddamn crazy. And you know Kevin Gay goddamn the short bus when he was going to high school. You know Kevin Gay don't got all his goddamn shit. And look at Brittany Renner, they just as slow. They just as slow. They don't even look happy. They look like they goddamn look like the bride of Chucky. Look just like the bride of Chucky. And goddamn Kevin Gay don't know if he coming or going. Y'all got to comment below and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Y'all make sure y'all share this video, baby. We the business.
Now, there was a moment when, I didn't see you guys together a lot.
Life.
Okay, life was lifing.
Life was lifing, and life's for everyone.
I'm married too, so I can put two and two together.
Yes.
But okay, but you got fans.
Life was fucking lifing. I swear. Like, that's really all it boils down to.
Did you take a break, like, from the traveling?
Yes, I no longer tour like that. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
That is not something that I do. But at the end of the day, it's like my best friend. We've been together since we were babies. Like, we've literally been together for 20 years.
Wow,
that's a lot.
That's a long time.
Man, listen, that is a long time to be together. And, then you get married and have children out of that. And I know it couldn't have been easy for her, but I don't know. It just seems some brothers just like with Neo leaving his wife and then linking up with all them chicks, man. You got to understand, gentlemen, when you get to a certain level in life and you making that kind of money, hell, even if you making, man, nowadays, if you making 60, 50, $70,000 a year, man, to women that's homeless, that's a lot of money. So you really got to be careful with how you move with these chicks, man. My thing is, if you got you a good one, and I mean a good one, I ain't talking about no fly by night. I ain't talking about one who's there when it's convenient for her or when she ain't got nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about one that's solid. You know what I'm saying? That'll be there, through the thick and the thin. And they hard to find. They are hard to find nowadays. So if you find you a good one, You need to look at things as it really is. Because I'm not gonna sit up and lie to myself and say, man, okay, yeah, once a dude get to be in his 50s, 60s, and even if he's still, you know, fit, you know what I'm saying, got a nice bill and he got paper, yeah, he gonna have access to young chicks. But the thing of what we gotta realize is them young chicks in it for a purpose. Let's keep it a buck. Look at the Bill Belichick situation. This man 70 something years old, and he with this young ass broad. Bill Belichick worth like over 100 mil. When he met this broad, Jay ain't had nothing going on. Dusty. Now this young lady is worth millions since she been dealing with old Bill Belichick. So if Bill Belichick think this girl is with him because she really, really love him and she really want to marry him, man, he been delusional. But I would hope that he would understand, hey, listen, I'm not gonna say the young lady don't care for him, you know what I'm saying? But man, we gotta be realistic here, man. This lady 24 years old, 25, whatever. He's 70, man. I mean, realistic, how much, how long is he gonna be here? And she's a younger woman, and young women, they yeah, I'm not saying they won't date an older guy who got money, but damn, they would definitely want an older guy who got money, who physically fit. That, you know, Coach Belichick is not. But, you know what I'm saying? When you got a whole bunch of money, to some women it don't matter. But I would imagine that if old Bill Belichick looked like your boy look like damn Shannon Sharp or somebody, well, we gotta go older. RFK. RFK in pretty good shape. Yeah. RFK. Yeah, y'all know who RFK is, the politician. He in good shape for an old man. Now, Bill Belichick look like that with his bread. Now he might have a little bit more footing in the game, a little bit more leverage, but man, that girl just with him for his paper. So that's how it is with some women. But some dudes have to learn the hard way. And some dudes just like being on a roller coaster ride. You know, men say they want their peace, but some dudes really don't want no peace. They like being on that roller coaster ride. And perhaps, I don't know, maybe this is what, you know, being like Gates and Neo like. They like being on that roller coaster ride till that shit come to a halt. Till it come to a halt. And eventually it all comes to a halt. But when it comes to a halt, your ass end up in a court case, yeah, we'll see how you like that roller coaster ride then. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.